Hi, this Miss Big Betty Bombshell. Usually I be sitting by the window, but it's evening time, and sometimes they be shooting out there, and I don't want to be ducking. I don't want to have to duck now. I don't want to have to duck. We already do that. Being around New York, got to do the extra slide. But I'm just saying, they out there partying right now every day, almost on the weekend, mostly on the weekend. On the weekend, the weekday you better sleep while you can. On the weekend you can't hardly sleep because they're making all that noise and fuss. But that's their way of having a good time. Because there was a time I be sitting out there partying too, but maybe not like they partying like that. But every now and then we used to party at the park. But that's why I'm sitting over here by the window. This the window. I always sit by the window. Usually look out the window. But this time it's nighttime, so I'm not. But I just wanted to say, I finally got a chance to visit Miss Anime. Yes, goodness. We had a chance to visit Miss Anime. I was going over her house, and as I was taking a taxi, I was just looking out the window, and I just looked out the window, and I looked out the window, and I ain't never seen so many people that didn't have no mask on. And even those that aren't our color. But I started thinking, I said, maybe they're having a good time not wearing their mask because they feel like they ain't this color, and it ain't gonna affect them. But then I started thinking about back in slavery days. How in slavery days how they had to take care of the babies, the master's babies and stuff, and then they had to breastfeed them too. They breastfed the babies, so that made them pop back too, don't you think? But anyway, I guess nobody don't think about that. But I tell you, I was sitting up there, I said, it make you feel good that people want to, have a good time. But, I just look and I said, my goodness, I said, they don't realize this co ain't playing. That co ain't playing. And so I said, we desperate for things to go back the way they are, but we still got to be careful. Got to be cautious. Still got to use that social distancing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I finally we got ready to go, Miss Anime, and I got ready to go up there. I was in a hallway. And you know how I was ease on out the way because I want to get too close to nobody. But anyway, I seen these three girls. And I mean, I said, Lord, where they going? The way they were dressing, I was like, I know they're going out the house like that. I was like, whoa. I mean, they ain't left nothing for the man's imagination. They were letting it all hang out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. Wow, we in a different generation in a way. We were coming up, but back in the day, they let it all hang out then too. But not as bad as they letting it all hang out now. Because we did have some choices back then. But now, these young people down here, they doing everything they big enough and bad enough to do. And I be like, my goodness. I said, whoa, ho, ho, ho. I said, I know this ain't the project. I'm like, ho, ho, ho. I asked Miss Anime, I said, is this Botman building a project? And Miss Anime said, no, the project is across the street. That's one thing I try to figure out about New York. They have a nice section across the street. Good building, look real good. And then when you go across the street, you see something totally different. And I'd be like, well, what is this section? Why is it so different from that section? But I said, you figured out one day. You just figured out one day. But I was just sitting up there and I said, my goodness. I said, they ain't leaving nothing for the imagination for a man. And I'm sitting up there thinking, I said, now, don't they know? I said, no, they can't be looking for a husband. I said, they can't be looking for a husband. But I said, that's why I come on a lot of times and be talking and be trying to share some wisdom with y'all younger generation. Y'all gotta realize, somebody had to stand in the gap for us when we were coming up. And now we trying to stand in the gap for y'all. But y'all don't want to listen. Nobody can tell you nothing. You feel like you're grown. And boy, I tell you. And then you won't, you gotta let you bump your head up against the wall before you realize, you know what? Miss Big Betty Bombshell was right. She tried to tell me. Oh yeah, Miss Big Betty Bombshell right, because she been through that road. She done traveled that road. My goodness, she just trying to keep you from going through the stuff that she went through. Yes, goodness. That world will chew you up and spit you out and don't think second of it. Don't even think twice. You got to be at the right place at the right time. You could be at the right place at the wrong time and get messed up. And they be looking for somebody else. It ain't even you. Got to be careful nowadays. That's why when I be out here, when I go, I say hi. I show myself friendly. That's how you get friends, even though you don't want to be everybody's friend now. But I'm just saying, you got to show yourself friendly. You got to make peace with people. Because when you make peace with people, you don't never know who going to be right there to help you out. And I tell you, and I be so proud sometimes, these young men, they sit up there, they see you struggling or something, got to, back there, ask, can they help you? Can they assist you? Is you all right? I say, yeah, that one got a good upbringing. Oh, yeah, that one came from a good upbringing. Yeah, yeah. You can tell the ones that came from a good upbringing. You don't care how bad they be or what they be doing, but you can tell when they got that respect, boy, look at them. They got that respect. And that's what makes you feel good because they got that respect. But I tell you, you're looking around here. I know you want everything to go back. Even I want everything to go back. And boy, I tell you, me and Miss Anime, we had a good time. And you know what? She's supposed to come on live with me, and we forgot all about it because we were having such a good time. Boy, laughing and talking about the back of the good old days and how it was then and how it is now. Boy, I tell you. It's something, but I tell you, but it was a good time. We had a good time laughing and everything. But I know I know she don't think I got holy now. But we were just talking, having a good time. But I tell you, we think about how precious time is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta enjoy every moment. You know what I'm saying? Every minute, every second, every hour. You know what I'm saying? When you appreciate things, then that's how you be here longer. When you appreciate things and you appreciate the people that God placed in your life, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, but you learn to appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? And you got to show love because sometimes God will use you to be the one to show others love. You have to love even the unlovable, hoping that one day they'll come to their senses. You know what I'm saying? Well, I tell you. Sometimes some of them act like they don't have no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't nothing up there. But you got to hope that there's something up there. But I tell you, instead of them being inside and creating and doing what they need to do, boy, they out there just having a fun time, fun. Whoa, I don't hear no music. Wow, I don't hear no music. I wonder is they over here listening to me. Anyway, I tell you, we over here. We only can help those that want to be helped. Those that don't want to be helped, we have to leave them where they're at. We have to leave them where they're at. We gotta say I love you, but I love you from a distance. Cause this distance and stuff already been. Cause I tell you, you get up there and you walk in the street, you gotta say, excuse me, the light green. I mean the light red, the light red. Don't you see that? You can walk. You can walk across the street now. Come on now. Get out that phone. And sometimes they'll be sitting right there. They be looking, they be so locked up in that phone. I be like, would you watch where you going? Please watch where you're going. And that's why you got to do to let you slide. Be sliding out of people's way. Because they so busy with the face of the phone, they ain't even paying attention to what's going on around them. I be like, my goodness. Get out the phone. And I tell you, I bet you they be at the dinner table the same way, looking at that phone. Looking at that phone. In the dinner table. Can you imagine trying to have a relationship and you with your man, he looking at the phone, and you be doing all you can trying to get his attention, he looking at the phone? The devil is a liar. Don't let me have to play music and make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your attention. Come on now. They're being social distancing. They're social distancing. So, now this really social distancing. Now what you gonna do? You had your face in the phone so much, wasn't paying no attention. Now what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So my goodness, you gotta communicate. People, you gotta communicate. If you don't communicate, you won't know nothing. If you don't communicate. Now your face be in that phone all that time, you ought to know something now. You ought to be able to go on some news network, find out what's going on, what is the latest, what is investments going on, what's going up, what's going down. You know what I'm saying? You put it more than just the music and just more than just playing games now. You got to use your head. You got to know where to put your money at, how to invest your money, how to gather up that gold, how to gather up property. You got to have something to work with. If you don't have nothing to work with, you in trouble. You in trouble, especially when you need help. If you ain't got nothing to work with, what you gonna do? What you gonna do if you ain't got no property? What you gonna do if you ain't got no gold? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, especially if you ain't got no money? So I tell you, people of God, it's time to turn this thing around. It's time to turn it around. We as our people, we suffer long enough. Time to stop fighting against each other and coming wrong. It's time for us. This is our time now. And we got to fight for what we want. You know what I'm saying? We've been sitting up here trying to get help, trying to get help. They keep holding up the money, sitting on the money, spotting. How they call it, spotting on the money. Won't give what's due. Not even to our ancestors. Our ancestors built this land. And they still want to hold it up. And they want to hold that up. They don't want to give what due to us. But then they won't even want to hold the stimulus check. They talk about they going to give another stimulus check. Then mess around, they can still wait. You wait 3, 4, 5 months. What they trying to do? Wait till you leave from here? And then want to send it so they have to come back? My goodness. You're sitting up there and you're saying, oh, you want God to heal the land. But how you going to heal the land and you ain't even helping your own people? And you sitting on it, squat on it, and blame game. Oh, we ain't giving it to you because this right over here. We ain't giving it to you that over here. You know, we once were giving you $600. Now we going to give you $300 because we don't want you to get to the point where you don't work. But how you going to work if you ain't got a job? How you going to work if you ain't got a job? So that's why I tell you people, you got to create. You got to create. You got to create. I tell you. God used wisdom. You better use like them ones in the talent. The Bible be talking about the talent. About them 10 talents. You better not be like that one and bury that talent because you'll starve. You'll do it out. But you better make sure you do the one with the 10. You got to work it. It could work if you work it. You got to work it. Because I tell you, if it don't, you're going to go hungry. I'm telling you. These sometimes, y'all. These sometimes, but we got to learn how to have fun in these times. You know what I mean? We got to learn how to not let stress, worry, or fear cause our health to fail. That's a lot of things having people. You sit up there, you believe something long enough, next thing you know, you're happy. You better know to sit up there and have fun and say, Lord, I thank you that I shall not die, but live. You better speak life over yourself with all this death going around here. You better speak life. And you better speak over everything. Pray over everything, even your property. Pray over your cars. Pray over your cat. Pray over your dog. Oh. Well, I tell you. But you know, they used to always have a saying that only the strong will survive. And you know that's the truth. That no matter what pressure you be on, you better learn how to have fun. You better stop worrying. You better pay what you can pay, but you better pay your bills and get out of debt. Do what you got to do now. Because the time coming, you ain't going to be able to travel or do much if you're that bad. It's bad enough that you can't even get a car. It's bad enough you can't even get a house. It's bad enough, hey, in order to get a house, you got to get that stuff cleared up anyway in order to get out. So that'll tell you something now. So now you know it's more difficult than any time. So, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Take care of what you can take care of, but make sure it get taken care of. And the Bible say, oh, no man, nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But I tell you, me and Anna, man, we had a good time. Boy, it's been a long time. Boy, this corona had everybody in. Still got everybody in. Still on the quarantine. Still quarantine. You better quarantine. Only go out when you got to. And go when you're in, you're in. You know what I'm saying? Wow. You got mighty quiet. Whoa. That's unusual. But I'm liking that. But I was kind of liking a little music in the background. Now, when I want to go to sleep, I can't go to sleep because they got the music on. But, boy, at least the other night they didn't have it as loud as they used to have it. Because one time they had it felt like the walls were vibrating. I tell you, I had to put on my earphone in order to get some sleep. And at least they had it down, but they were still partying. But, wow, I wonder what happened. It's mighty. It ain't even 8:30 and they don't stop the music. Wow. That's something. But I tell you, you better learn how to appreciate each other. And you better learn how to appreciate everything that God blessed you with. I'm telling you, you better learn how to appreciate it. Because I tell you. And I always thought, they always said it wasn't nothing. You know, you sit around old folks and you hear them, ain't nothing new under the sun. And then you start thinking about that thing start going around. And all of a sudden, we back in the looking, with different styles from the 60s, 70s, 50s. Boy, look at him. So, if they survived it back then, you can survive it now. But I tell you, I tell you, sometimes we don't understand why things happen, but we know that there's a reason for everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's time to embrace each other. So y'all have a good day, week, weekend, whatever the day is of the week. Y'all enjoy yourself. Enjoy family talk. You could videotape now, y'all. You could videotape. You could do different things. You could talk to people, see them on the phone now. Boy, I remember back in the day we didn't have all that then. Oh no, we didn't have all that then. We had to always think how a person looked. We had to always think, you know how you'll sit up there and y'all sit up there and have them boyfriends and you be talking on the phone saying, Lord, I pray that they look good. Oh, I hope they ain't ugly. Woo, I hope they look good. And you be praying. And then when it's time to meet, you be hoping that that they are everything that you imagine to be. Because if not, you'll be like, oops, excuse me, gotta go. Y'all have a good day. I'm going back doing what I have to do, what I've been doing. Just minding my own business in a way. But I had to let y'all know what was on the mind of Miss Big Betty Bombshell. Y'all take care of yourself and y'all be safe out there. Here.